Stu here with Raid Shadow Legends to go over the free 180-day legendary Scyl of the Drakes. You can see her right here, Faction Wars 21 Barbarians, where our boy Shieldguard is back, right? You've seen me do Shieldguard videos in the past. We also have 3 other rares to go with her. We're going to do this in, I think, under 6 minutes, full auto, very easy. But first, let's jump into Spiders 21 to show you what else she can do. We've got 2 Cold Hearts, a Sylar, and then also an Apothecary. And all we're going to try to do is take care of these spiderlings, control them all with stuns. There we go. So her A1 can put a slow speed on the target, the one target that she's attacking, so it's going to be the spider boss. She can also decrease turn meter to 50% chance. It doesn't sound like a lot, 15% at a 50% chance to do it, but it adds up. You'll see it in here. You will see her whipping the spider. I love her animations as well, and dropping the turn meter down. We've got 4 people that can drop turn meter along with Apothecary in here, giving us that speed increase, so we're good to go. Also, her A2 attacks all enemies and has a 35% chance to stun on each hit. Attacks all enemies 2 times. So you're going to see that many times in here, and it is the reason why we're beating this, right? It's the reason why the spiderlings are barely breaking through and coming over here and hitting this one cold heart every once in a while. Otherwise, we've pretty much got it under control. You're going to see it this whole entire time. Obviously, we have Sylar in here to drop turn meter to put slow speed on everybody else because I wanted something to go with the AoE stun that Scyl is doing right now. And then I wanted additional speed on everybody with Apothecary. And then I wanted to bring our Cold Hearts in. Keep in mind, we don't have a decreased defense. We're doing this all without a decreased defense on the spider. So, of course, it's going to be slower. Much slower. If you wanted to bring in somebody that could do a decreased defense, obviously you could. But this is a pretty obtainable team. I think a lot of people have these rares. And then, of course, if you have a legendary champion to throw in there, throw in that legendary champion, throw in that Torment, throw in that miscreated monster, whatever you want. Obviously, it's going to be even easier. But the AoE stuns that Scyl does are insane. Also, oh, I missed her. So her A2 revives somebody at 50% HP. Her A3 revives somebody at 50% HP, puts ally protect on them. So then she will take half the damage that they receive. And then her A4, the passive, does a 10% heal to everybody every time she takes a turn, and then also puts up a speed buff randomly on one of your teammates. Right? We're getting it up on everybody right now because we have Apothecary. So as you can see, easy days. No problem here. And believe me, nobody here is overspeeding. Our Apothecary is at like 215, and our Scyl is only at maybe 220 or something. Nothing crazy. I didn't even put all speed gear on her, so don't worry. Very, very easy to accomplish. I'll show you all the gear on my Scyl, as well as my gear on my people for this run right here, for the Faction Wars 21. So here we go. We're going to go through here. Decrease defense, right? Stun them up. We've got stun artifacts also on our Soulbound Bowyer. We have just the regular grinding stuff that I have on my Royal Guard that I've always have. Our War Maiden is, you know, she is what she is. What I had to do, though, I will say this. On Scyl, I had her with a whole bunch of defense. And I was trying to pump out some serious damage for her because I wanted to take her into Arena, which we will do in a later video because I've seen her hit really hard. So we'll take gear off of somebody like Trunda. We'll throw it on her, you know, get that Savage gear out there and see what we can do in Arena. It should be a lot of fun. But right now, she's just going through here and just whipping it. I mean, she is doing it. But I had too much defense on her and too low of HP, so people in here were targeting her. And sometimes she would die. And that's not good because she's our reviver, right? We want them targeting anybody else. If they target anybody else in here, we're fine. Then we can revive them with her, and then we just keep trucking along. But with these stuns, it's crazy. A 3-turn AoE stun, 2 hits, each hit gets a chance to stun is pretty wild. Very, very wild. And if you want to do Masteries to increase that stun by additional 5%, you can. You can go down to Fearsome Presence, I think it's called. Also, you can go into the Harvest Despair where you can get a chance whenever you stun to put up a leech effect. If you wanted to do that, right? If you're having trouble going through waves, obviously it's not going to proc that on a boss because you can't stun a boss. But in anything where there's champions like this, especially Faction Wars or waves, and you need to get additional life or even Arena, it would be great in. Get that. Get Harvest Despair so you have that chance to put up that leech, and you will heal off of that, of course, with all your champions. It's great to do. With her, you can really do anything. You could run her with no masteries whatsoever. You could run her with support masteries. You could get increased accuracy if you wanted to do that role in Arena or somewhere else. You could go over and get Helm Smasher for Arena. You could get consistency if you wanted additional critical damage with her. Really up to you, but I'm telling you right now, she doesn't even need Mastery. So if you have her, you don't have the gems or the ability to farm Masteries, do not worry about it. It's fine. She's going to get you through the waves. If you can book her, I would book her. If you're going to use her, I would book her out, right? Get that decreased cooldown, get the increased chance to apply those debuffs. Go ahead and grab those. If you are trying to progress through the game, and it's kind of weird because if you're at 180 days, maybe you've already done everything you need to do. But if you haven't, if you have not, make sure that you book her out and you use her to get through all the content out there. Because she can hit hard too. So if you want to make her a DPS machine, you can. Make her a DPS machine. You can even bring her into the clan boss if you wanted to, depending on what team you're doing. Obviously, the increased random speed to somebody might throw off your turns. Will definitely throw off any kind of counter speeds that you're at, but still you can use her. But it just depends on where you're at 180 days, right? Really depends. So I took these rares, the mark down here that gives us the increased defense and the block debuffs for a turn, she's just like Grizzlejaw, right? She's got the same moves. She's a rare. She's a farmable rare. Barbarians, I've had her at 60 for a while. I've never really used her anywhere, but she's great for this. She is fantastic for this boss. She's fantastic for my defense champions. Everybody here for survivability, to increase the defense, to increase the damage on those defense-based champions, right? On the two of our 5 here. And then she also has the small version of decreased defense on her A1, so it's helpful, right? If what's her name? Maiden, the War Maiden. If War Maiden doesn't have a chance to put up decreased defense of 60%, she'll at least come in there and do that, along with those defensive buffs she'll put on the whole entire team. So it works out really, really well. We're going to go through here. I'm going to skip forward because as you can see, nothing's going to happen. We're just going to slowly truck through this. We got here very fast, I think, for a stage 21 in Faction Wars, like 2.5 minutes or so. Now it's just a matter of just autoing through this whole entire thing. That's it. Now, I do think this is an easier boss. To me, this seems like an easier boss, but I don't know. Easy enough that we can do it with one legendary that they gave us and these rares, 3 rares and an uncommon. That's a pretty good and easy Faction War 21 because there are a lot of hard ones out there. A lot of hard ones. So there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we did it in 6 minutes and 19 seconds. I feel that's pretty good. Really good. So make sure you use her. If you just need her for Barbarians, Faction Wars, use her for that. And if you need her to progress through the game and anything else, definitely use her. Okay, so we're going to go over to Dragons here. I'm just going to put in a really weak team. Just something that's fragile, I should say. A fragile team. We've got our Apothecary back. We got our 2 Cold Hearts back. You could put in anything. It doesn't matter. You could bring in, of course, your Frozen Banshee. You could bring in your Kale. Whatever you want to do. I know we could have put, many a times, I could have put Apothecary as lead, but it doesn't matter. We're showcasing Scyl, so there she is. She's front and center right in the middle. Look at that. AoE, I don't even think any of the waves, when we get to the dragon, we'll just cut it. I'll go over and show you the gear. But I don't think any of the waves got a chance to take a turn. Right? Yes, we're dropping turn meter with our Cold Hearts, but honestly, these guys were all wrapped up. She just dropped turn meter again on Apothecary just to be mean to him. And then again, AoE stun. Stuns are coming. There they go. So nobody moved on this entire wave. That's great. It's always good to see. We're going to go on to the next one, see if she can get it off again. I think it's pretty crazy that she has a 3-turn cooldown on an AoE stun like that. And then everything else that she has applied to your team. There she goes. It's just up all the time. Turn meter reduction from everybody else. Oh, we had one. Okay, I'm sorry. We had one slip through. I wasn't paying attention earlier. We're going to get another one slipping through. Nope, turn meter reduction. Look at that. And probably Evil Eye. There's probably Evil Eye in there as well. And down. Let's get another AoE up. She put the slow speed on this Horden over here. I mean, 30% slow speed debuff. When you're already stunning people up and dropping their turn meter, even by a little bit, even with Evil Eye, is crazy. So there we go. We know we got past this. We are going to wreck the dragon. The dragon's going to rear up. We've got 2 Cold Hearts in here. I mean, if somebody died, she would just bring it back anyways and then put Ally Protect on them, so it wouldn't be an issue. Plus, she's healing every time she takes a turn. She's healing everybody by 10% of their max HP, putting that speed increase on some random ally, and then boom, we are done. All right, let's look at the gear we have on these champions. Here's our leading lady. So she looks amazing. This little fire effect they have on her going on. So here's the gear. I've just got 2 accuracy, 2 speed. I've got 2 critical damage set on her right here, right? We've got the accuracy, crit damage, and speed sets, along with what? Critical damage. I was trying to put a little bit of damage out of her. We got an accuracy banner, And her total stats are 48,000 HP, 3,600 defense, 211 speed, so nothing truly insane. We have a lot of accuracy because I wanted to play her in arena and try her out, but really what I'm going to do is I'm either going to put like Madam Sirius gear on her to get her some really high speed, really high accuracy, or even Prince Kymar, and then I'm going to change around gear from Trunda over to her with Savage and get her to put out some serious damage because I know she can do it. I know she can do it. And then you saw her skills. We talked about these earlier. For Masteries, I didn't have anything fancy on her. I just, you know, if you want to go, again, you can put any different Masteries on these champions or run her with nothing at all. Please believe me about Masteries. I've said this many times. I know you guys want somebody to tell you, hey, this is the best Mastery to run for this champion. It's up to you and what you are doing. If you want to get additional stuns, you could go down here to Fearsome Presence along with Harvest Despair to make sure you get that leech up when you're going through waves or on the Spiderlings or anything else you want to do. Also, you can get this counterattack right here if you're taking damage. You can go down here for Evil Eye. You can extend debuffs. You can get additional, you know, turn meter here, whatever you want to do. If you're going to do consistent damage in PvE, then go down here to Flawless Execution. Just like I've done, except do 2 more to Flawless Execution. If you're going to go PvP Arena, then you're going to go 1 over here to Helm Smasher. And that's it. That's all there are to the Masteries for her. All right, let's get on to the other champions I use. So I use Shieldguard, my regular old guy. I've been using him forever. Same stats. I can farm 12-3 Brutal in 6 seconds with this. Very easy to do. Nothing too fancy on him, right? The normal thing. We also used, where are the other rares at? Where'd my rares go? Here we are. Okay, so we've got the Mark, right? Mark had no Masteries on her whatsoever on all those runs, so there you can see, right? You don't have to have Masteries. We talked about her abilities. She's got just a mixed hodgepodge of stuff. Really high HP, so I'm assuming she's got HP. No, she got attack, HP, speed. It didn't matter. We weren't even using her for damage. She really has like nothing on her. I didn't even look to put gear on her. I just saw that she had gear and we ran her through there. Along with our girl here, she has the stun artifacts we talked about earlier. Let's look at her total stats. 46% chance to crit. She gets a 25 I think on each of her skills to crit as well. So she's up there pretty high. We weren't doing any kind of super crazy damage. We did give her enough HP to survive. So HP, wow, she got a lot of HP. Okay, she was there for CC and to drop the turn meter whenever she could, right? Decrease the turn meter, deplete it, and then do damage, ignore that. So then we had, what, War Maiden? War Maiden is the last one we had on here, and what did War Maiden have? Again, not coming in here doing any kind of crazy damage. 213 speed, 81 crit. And then she had 215 critical damage and 39k HP. So we got probably HP chest, critical damage, and accuracy set. So that's it. I think she is amazing. Where'd she go? Where'd she go? I think she's amazing. I think she's very good. Does she take books? Yeah, she takes 4, 9, 10, 11. 11 books. That is a lot, but it's not a crazy amount compared to other ones. But I did do a guide on her already where we went through everything without books. No books on her whatsoever, and she still did an amazing job. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe if you have not, and let me know your thoughts down below on what you think about her, because I think she's pretty good. For a champion that they're actually giving us, compared to all the other champions they've given us in the past, for a login, she's really good. All right, guys. I will see you all on a video soon.